Hi, and welcome to an occult hive video. Today's video is going to be esoteric in the sense we're going to be making Cascarilla Powder, which is a protection powder used in Santeria. I'm going to present to you a few items that you need, and then we will get started. First off, you're going to want to have a mortar and pestle like this. Mine is marble, but of course it can be made out of anything, or even if you don't own one, just anything that you could use to grind and crush into a fine powder is what's preferred. You can just go get yourself a carton of eggs. I ate the eggs and then I dried out the shells for a couple of days because for it to crush up correctly, you want the eggshells to be dried out. So as you can see, I have a few here that I left in here, and they've been drying for about a week. They don't have to be store-bought. Doesn't matter if they're white eggs or brown eggs, or just straight from the chicken, as long as they're dry when you go to crush them down. Next thing you need is salt. So here I have just your average sea salt. You could use sea salt, iodized salt, whatever salt you have. Really, it's the intention. And as long as it's some kind of salt, it will work. But then, our last ingredient is just something that I like to use in my craft. It's not a part of the original recipe, but I find that it really adds up. I like to actually add a splash of chili powder. So chili powder, the pepper, it helps add like heat and a kick and power, a big oomph, to a spell. So for my protection spells, I really like to add a little bit of chili powder. So, it's real simple. You have your eggs, you have your salt, and you have your chili powder, which is you don't need the chili powder. You can make it with just the eggshells and the salt, grind it up, or you can add the chili powder like I do, just to add that extra heat. We're just going to take our eggs and put them in our mortar. You'll probably only be able to fit 2 or 3 at a time when they're full eggs. So then we're just going to grind it up. And it should grind up real easy once it's dried. And it's okay if some of the shells come out. But we're just going to, grind it down real good. And it could take a little bit of a while, but just think about purity and cleansing and protection for your home, because what's really great about this powder is you will end up putting this in your windowsills and your doorways, and it really helps keep those negative energies and unwanted spirits and entities out of your home. Grind it up. It might look something like this. It doesn't have to be 100% powderized. You will probably have a few little shards in there. So then you're just going to take some salt, just a generous amount, till it feels right. There is no exact portion for salt or chili powder. It's just whatever feels good to you. Then you'll know that it's enough. Got our salt and just a dash of a chili powder. This is about how much I put in. It's not a lot, just enough to really just kick it off. And then you're just gonna grind it together. And the cool thing about this mixture is you don't only have to put it in your windows and in your doorways. You can actually put it into bottles, for protection bottles, and then they even have like these little small little bottles that you can wear around your neck, and some people will actually put this powder around their neck as a form of protection. And then even if you don't end up using it in your windows or wanting to wear it, you can actually put this in your garden, and it'll help keep some of the snails and critters and stuff from being able to eat up all the flowers in your garden. It works as a really good deterrent for the. So now your mixture will probably look something like this when you're done. It doesn't have to be perfect. Really, it's just your intent and trying to get it as much as a powder as you can. Now you can take your powder and you can put it in your doorways and in your windows of the house. And just anywhere that you feel is a good place for it to be. It's not like a salt line. It doesn't have to be all connected. It doesn't get disturbed. You know, if a line moves, it still does a good job. So just something like that. And last but not least, you'll add it into your windows. And finally, you could do your front door. I will usually actually put it right up, just so that way you have a way of vacuuming your floor without, you know, vacuuming it all up. But after that, you're all good to go. And of course, you can use the powder wherever you want to. I hope you found this video informative, and I plan to be making more. And if there's anything, any questions, anything that you would like to see a how-to, please follow or message me. And I do also have the Facebook group called The Cult Hive as well. I hope you all have a wonderful day.